Hey, good afternoon, chat. Good afternoon, good afternoon. Alright, I'm waiting for Unity to load up, so while I'm waiting for that, man, makes me think that I need to upgrade my memory. Maybe I'll do that, but it does seem to be going up pretty quick. So what's on deck today? I would like to update some of the NPCs, the competitors. Right now, the only thing they really do is race. They don't jump, they don't do tricks, they do attack, so there's that. But I want to focus on cleaning some of that up and putting in some of the work that I did on the player side and put that into the NPC side. I refrained from saying it's AI because it's not really AI, it's some very, very simplistic if statements that we'll probably be dealing with. So, all right, we got Unity loaded up, so let's get to it. Now I'm waiting for Visual Studio to open up. Always gotta tell it, hey, use this. So let me update this real quick. There we go. Okay, you guys should be able to see now. Alright, cool. Just kind of cleaning everything up. Oh, turn my lights on. There we go. Okay, so don't know if I'll be using this. Before I do this though, again, I still have to do some cleanup to do. I want to create a branch. What do I want to call this branch? Create a child branch, and I want this to be, you guys are gonna have to disregard what I call this. This is gonna be feature dash AI input. Put handler. It's very basic AI. How's that? So I think what I'll do is I'll start off with something very, very basic. Close this, and let's say jump. Let's start with jump. Okay, so there's a few classes here. Let's go with player input. Where is it? That's not right. Ah, it's under handlers. Okay. So here's the one that will be modifying, but I want to match it up against player one. Okay, I know in Visual Studio Code we can do like a diff. I don't see that in here, so I'm gonna kind of cheat and move those files and review it with Visual Studio Code. I'm gonna create a new folder. I know you guys can't see it, but I'm just moving some files around. this is exactly what I want. Okay, minimize that. Might have to share another desktop. That's okay. Open with code. Okay, let me see if I can swap this out. Cool. All right, awesome. So we're gonna select this one, select for compare, and do a compare with selected. Input combo buffer. Okay. I think what I'm gonna do is go ahead and add these, and we'll see if we use them. I'm not convinced that I'll need them. No, I should add them over here to this other editor. It's just to truly confuse everything. Let me check something real quick. I want to see. I made a quick change to one of these files. I just want to make sure that it is loading the correct branch and that all is good. Okay, let's see. Pending changes. Okay. Cool. We good. Go back to here. Okay. Over here, this is commented out anyways, so I'm not gonna mess with that. Okay, yeah, sorry. I got confused there for a second. Yes, that's correct. So, over here on the left, we've got something guiding our character. For the AI, get the AI attack to monitor possible. What's this? AI attack. Oh, nice. Okay, I got a whole different script for that. I'm just gonna go check out that script real quick. Wonder if that is over here. Okay, so that's just a separate component that if a character is in range, it'll perform an attack. I wonder if I should do the same for jumping. So it will kind of use its own logic. Let me review this before I make that decision. This is all to make sure he's going the right direction. Okay. Progress tracker. Okay, let's see what this is all about. I see. So I do think this has some logic to say if it's stuck, it'll reset. Roll the dice for grab or not. Dice roll succeeds, then grab. Sounds good. Let's see. Was there any call to handle grabs? I don't think so. Yeah, it's commented out. Okay, fair enough. Handle jumps if is jump. I need to see what causes this. Do they ever jump? I don't know if they do. Everything's gonna be like a roll of the dice. Handle boost, handle tricks. I don't think we need any of that, but we will need this. Evaluate combo. I think we're probably gonna have to change a lot of this up, but let's just put this in here for now. It goes right here, I think. Did I grab too many lines? There we go. Oh, 20. I'm gonna worry about comments. 1 second, let me change this up over here. What's this? Why is it like that? Oh, that's why. Okay. Microsoft is doing something. Why is this here, but it's not over here? What in the world? That doesn't make any sense to me. Player input handler. Shouldn't it be there? Float AI input handler is charging. Hides inherited member and input handler is charging. Oh, that's interesting. So, how did I get it right here? Wow, I'm like blown away. Like, what is happening? Sorry, guys, I'm trying to understand how we got here. Oh, okay. My bad. Let's try this again. I pulled from the wrong directory. I was like, dude, what? This don't add up. One second, we'll get there. I still have a good idea of what needs to be changed, so that's good. Okay, now let's try this again. So I can remove this, which I'm going to do now. There we go. Okay, this all has to do with reset. I'll leave that. That's kind of cool. It's checking to see if we've got a target to attack, it'll follow them. I will say it does lock on a little bit too hard sometimes. I'll have to update that at some point. Alright, I'm gonna just start grabbing some of these, start putting them in. I think handle shooting is handled by the AI attack, so I'm not gonna add that. And I'm not gonna mess with the camera. Boost at 178. Sorry, I'm kind of like adding this in two different places. Okay, it's at 160. 169, that's where it should be. Yep, okay. Okay, this is if we're on a rail. Did they accelerate or not? Charge jump. Definitely want that. Did we add charge jump up here? Maybe it was already there. 167. Nope. Hey. Come on. A handle charge jump. One looks right. Time to look up, see what you guys are looking at. Boom. Okay. I just added this one down here. Camera, not worried about it. Braking, no shooting. Camera. See, I think I do want to handle air control. Give them a little bit of movement in the air. It's at 207. Okay. Don't need any of that. Okay, we're not calling this one, so don't need to do this one either. Braking. Okay, this I'll have to come back to. What is all this mess? Clean this up just so I can tell what am I looking at. Okay, yeah. This is good. This is for the charge jump. Okay, I think I can just copy this. Right, let's pull this back. This is at 255. Okay. Let me copy it over here real quick. I'll comment it out so I keep the original. Just in case. I gotta figure out how it figures this is a jump, but we'll deal with that later. Handle charge jump. I want this whole function. Yes, it's right here, huh? Yep. That's not accurate, but I think it'll go, yeah, the arrow will go away at least. That looks good. This is in handle ground rotation. Hey, cool dude, how are you? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm just trying to add in some AI to some of these characters. Right now, I'm just kind of meshing some code together. That's the best way I can describe it. Oh, it's right here. I've been working on this project for probably about 2 years, maybe a little bit less than 2 years. Yeah. Here, I'll do you a favor. I'll kind of show you what I've got. Let me minimize this. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that's not good. Okay. This is let me comment out of some of these things. I don't want that, and I don't want handle charge jump either. I think the rest will be fine. So this is what I was working on yesterday. Yesterday I was working on the tutorial. It's compiling. There we go. I'll get the stats out of there. Yeah, so I've been working on it about 2 years, and right now I've got 5 levels in the game. Working on the tutorial yesterday. We can hop in there real quick. Oh, maybe you have an opinion here. I added in like these grid lines to kind of make it look like virtual, so I don't know how well it comes across. So just saying, you don't need to press forward to move. And then press back to stop. Press left to go left. Press right to go right. A to jump. Then you got a charge jump. If you see it around his ankle, it kind of like charges up and then brightens when it's fully charged. Go. And obviously, the longer you hold it down, the farther you'll jump. And just do a trick. I may need to put the ramp a little bit closer, but I wanted to give you some distance, get some speed. Now you can see, because we did some tricks, we got some boost. E button to boost. You can collect backpacks. And right trigger will activate the backpack. And then you got rear view camera. It's preset. Yeah, all the terrain is pre-built. Then if you get stuck, you can hit select button which will reset you. Yeah, so I'll show you a level. Let's go into, yeah, we'll just go on level. Like I said, there's 5 levels. We'll go on to level 3. Yeah, I think so. I mean, I guess you could make it like an endless runner, but then it would reduce like what you could do with it, at least in my mind. I guess if you had all the time in the world, you could have everything mesh nicely. But yeah, I just go into the terrain tools and carve out the levels. And see, these are the AI characters I was working on the code for. Right now, all they do is they just simply race. See, they don't even jump when they go off the cliffs. They can attack you with the backpack items, but that's about it. So I kind of need to add some more complexity to them. I want them to jump and perform tricks and all that good fun stuff. Let's see if I can hit her with the dynamite. Nice. Hitting the pole. Yeah, that's kind of the idea. Mario Kart on a snowboard. Exactly. You know, it just depends on how much time I can work on it. I'd like to add in, you know, trick combos and all that stuff. Kind of like SSX Tricky does. They have personalized combos and that type of thing. But it'll just depend on how much time I can put into it. See if I can grind this rail. Ooh, I keep flying over it. But yeah, I got my boost up now. I can use boost. And everybody's behind me, so really can't attack anybody just yet. Yeah, appreciate it. Like I said, I have been working on it almost 2 years, so been trying to clean it up as best as I can. Ah. I still see some screen glitches. I need to do some optimizations. But that hasn't been a focus. It's more gameplay. So how about you? You working on anything? Okay, I'll get back to the code once I finish this race. Gotcha. Is this college exams? Yeah, I hear you. Very cool. Do you have a preferred game engine? Like, oh, high school exams? Very cool. Yeah, for you, I guess you probably focus more on the programming aspect. If I had to guess, I could be wrong. Yeah, I gotcha. I gotcha. What are you learning right now? Is it Java? I gotcha. I gotcha. I haven't looked at Godot yet. I mean, I know it's very popular. A lot of people are jumping in. I think the, what do you call it? The barrier to enter is very easy. So that's a good thing. But I just haven't had time to mess with it. Yeah, I hear you. Yep. Yeah, I mean, if you can get into any of the programming languages like Java, C#, JavaScript, I mean, it's all kind of relatively the same, so it's easy to transition. All right, what was I looking at? Okay, I think I got that piece, handle jump. Yeah, I gotcha. Okay, cool. Well, I'd say you're well on your way then with Python, Java, and SQL. Yeah, that's all good stuff. Yeah, as a career-wise, I was heavily into web development, and I worked on a lot of Node.js stuff in SQL. And all the JavaScript libraries. What is this? Okay, that looks good to me. That looks the same. Oh, I gotcha. Okay, very cool. All right, I can relate to the engineering for a career. The medicine, well, I have no idea. That's beyond me. What am I doing here? This is handle air rotation. I don't think my characters do any kind of rotation. No, not yet. Not yet. That's kind of my next hurdle, right? Is I want to get the playtesting going and make that available. You can definitely check out my website. You can sign up for to become a playtester there. It's slopesidegames.com. And as soon as I get a playtest available, I'll be sending that out to people. Yeah, the Steam page is up, so you can wish list that, if I can speak. It's Slopeside King. That's the name of the game, Slopeside Kings. But yeah, I got a couple hurdles to get the playtest available. It's mainly I got to create a dedicated server, and once that's available, I got to tie in the API for Steam. And once you can get the matchmaking, then could be good to go to playtesting. But yeah, feel free to sign up as a playtester. I'll be looking for feedback, definitely. Okay, don't really need that. I can leave that as is. Yeah, I would say it's definitely mostly for fun, just to kind of see if I could do it mainly, you know, and then it does hold you accountable, right? Like, kind of forces you to actually get some stuff done. So, as far as consistent goes, I'm trying to stay consistent for sure. But yeah, I know the coding aspect of it isn't entirely interesting. Probably Thursday, yeah, today's Tuesday, probably Thursday I'm going to do some animation stuff, so hopefully that'll be a little bit more entertaining than staring at lines of code. Okay, this all looks good. What about you? Do you do any streaming? This is all good. Well, probably in the right place if that's what you want to see. Yeah, I'll be scratching my head plenty of times, that's for sure. I gotcha. Yeah, I have streamed in the past, and as you go through waves, like, I can't do it. I gotta take a break. Okay, I think all that is in a good spot. I do need to add these functions down here. Just so you know, what I'm doing is on the right hand side I've got code that was for the human player to use, and over on the left hand side I've got the AI component. I say AI, it's more like if statements and stuff, but that's what I'm doing, trying to map these together so the bots can be a little bit more aggressive. Yeah, yeah, that's definitely something I'm working on. I'm not as consistent as I'd like to be, that's for sure. Okay, I'm gonna put these charge jumps back in here. Okay, I'm gonna make sure. I'll switch this back over. I realize you can't see my code. There we go. Okay, that's in place. Okay, I'm gonna comment this out for now. Hey, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm hoping it's effective. It just allows me to at least see what I was doing on the human side or the player side. I need to comment all that out. Awesome, sounds good, man. Thanks for checking in. I appreciate it. I think I've got AI access. That's what I'm looking for. So,
You streaming?
yeah. All right.
I'm saying hi.
All right. Hey. Thought I had a variable like that. AI. Oh. Should that be commented out? Okay, let's see. Where did it go? How's that? Do I want to know? Trying to get my Visual Studio to display. For some reason it's struggling. So now I gotta know, how did you find the stream? Okay, it should be that one. Okay, cool. Is this commented out? Yeah, I gotcha. That's fair. That's fair. I will say, a lot of my streaming right now is really just to practice to improve and get better. So I do understand that, absolutely. Yeah, I was watching another streamer, and you know, it's very interesting how they do it. I mean, they do a lot more like side quest than they do actual coding. Yeah, appreciate it. Like I said, I'm trying to do better, trying to improve. So I appreciate that. feel like I'm missing something. This is where I'm struggling. Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, it's just a matter of getting more comfortable with it and getting used to talking on camera. That's for sure. I definitely appreciate it. Appreciate you checking it out too. All right, I'm gonna add these over here just so I'm not so confused. Don't want that. No. Yeah, that's all right. That's all right. Yeah, I get it. Yep. Yeah, there's I don't know if you've ever seen Cakes. Cakes, he makes a tower defense game, and he usually streams very early in the morning, but man, he's got so many people, it's like you can't even get a word in. So I get it. That's for sure. Okay, I think I'm good. I think I need to start diving into this and realizing how things are working. I'm going to minimize that and go into Visual Studio Code. Okay, cool. You can see that. Well, I don't know how smart I am, but I can definitely slam my head against the wall until it works. Okay, I'm going to comment out all these items where the player would normally take action. Handle boost. I think what I would do instead is I would have a variable. I don't know what I'll do. I'll just comment this out. And I'll just say, if I am boosting, then we're going to set that to true. And if not boosting, then I'll turn it off. Okay, that's simple enough. Go ahead and turn on some of these debugs. Yeah, that'll work. Oh wow, 11 p.m. Yeah, I hear you. Like the guy I watch, he's like in Germany, and so it's like he starts streaming at like 5 a.m. Yeah, 11 p.m. It's 3 o'clock where I'm at. 3 p.m. I think the downside of streaming at 3 p.m. is that, you know, I think a lot of people do watch later. Yeah, it's not a huge difference, I guess. Yeah, so did you say you were okay, you don't live in the US, that's right, okay. It's like that don't sound right if you're, if you're in the US. Yeah, I'm like middle, I mean I'm in Texas, that's where I'm at. I gotcha. I'm trying to think. I don't even think I even use this, but I'll just put, let's put a variable here.
This is for the next time that somebody tells a lie, disrespecting my boundaries, acting like they don't care about me. Yeah. Call it out really early. Let them know that they just can't hurt me, and pretend like it just didn't happen. Know that if I catch you lacking, keep them moving.
Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, that's, I didn't realize it was an 8-hour difference, but I mean, I guess it makes sense. Supposed to being on the other side of the world. What's the problem with this? Why does it give me that error? If time minus control last apex. That's not that. Oh, I see. There we go. Yeah, I gotcha. Yep. I don't know, I think people stream pretty much 24/7. I'm pretty sure you can always find something to watch, huh? I think I want to create a new variable here. I'm just gonna keep commenting these out and like recycling them. Say is trick LT for left trigger, and then I'll just create the variable. Yeah, I could understand that too. I mean, yeah, it just depends on what people want to do, you know. I've seen a lot of people on Discord, and I mean, maybe it's true for Twitch as well, but a lot of people on Discord, they're like, hey, I just want to listen to music, I want to be on stream, but I don't want to interact with people. Which, I mean, I don't know, I guess. At that point, why stream? Change access. What's the problem here? Oh, fix typo? Sure. Yeah, let's do this one. New vector 3, horizontal. Think. Just do that. Yep, there we go. Yeah, I would say so. I mean, to me that seems like it's implied. Like, you're gonna be expected to chat. Yeah, like most of the people I watch, they like I was saying, they go off on side quests. Like, oh, let's take a look at this game. Let's take a look at that game. Uh-oh, got a bot. Nope, I don't want to purchase watchers. I'm good. Yep, I know. Always get those. I could ban it, I guess, but I mean, it'll just come back with something else. So I'm just like, yeah, whatever. Okay, cool. I think I now at least have code that runs, and let me see where is jump comes from. Hey, mid jumper, how are you doing? We're doing good. We're just hanging out, chilling with some code. Okay, well, where's this to find? Mid jumper, just so you know, I'm taking code from my player handler and trying to put it into, like, I call it AI input handler, but it's basically a simple bot. I'm trying to have it take action. Yeah, I try to keep it that way. I mean, there is the sidebar. I think you just don't see it the way I'm sharing it. Yeah, I had VS code up earlier. Yeah, let me see if I can share it. I have to minimize this one. Yeah, so this is what we were looking at earlier, and it's just basically comparing. Over on the left, this is like my bot code, and over on the right is the player code. So just trying to do some combining of the two. All right, cool. Yeah, I don't like it too junky. I like it kind of clean. Okay, where's my references? Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah, I can't do that. I gotta have more than one line of code. So this is not getting set. I gotta figure out a trigger to cause that. And then also I have charge jump. Let me see if there's a variable for charge jump. Have that variable declared perfectly. I think I've got an idea. Let's see. Okay, on the ramps, there's like an object that's tagged for like speed. So I'm wondering if I can use that to trigger the charge jump. It's like way down here. Yeah. 2,000 lines of code into one file. Probably not the most efficient piece of code. There's a lot going on. This is what controls everything that the character is doing. So there's a lot going on in here. Here we go. Yeah, see there's a layer mask and it shouldn't be that though. It should be something to do with the speed pad. Wonder if that's a typo. I don't know. It seems to work, I think. Now I'm confused. I gotta go take a look. You guys, nope, you guys can't see that. There we go. Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say. I've got attention span for pieces of it at a time, not the whole thing. All right, we'll just take a look at level 1 and take a look at a speed pad. Okay, here we go. Here's a ramp. Under there, there's this. And I want to see what layer it's on. Oh, it is on collectible layer. Okay, fair enough. It's just tagged speed pad. You guys can't see it, but take my word for it. It's tagged speed pad. All right, let me go back to the code. Yeah, exactly. It's like, all right, ChatGPT, you got it. Take it. I wonder, let's see, speed pad, collider tag, speed pad. Update speed pad state. I think that's what I want. Go to definition. So this is the variable I want. If it's speeding, I don't know if it's public though. Nope. Yep, there it is. That's what I want right there. All right, let me go back to my code. We'll say, let's see, I think it's player controller. Yeah. Okay. I think that'll work. The thing is, I don't think they'll jump in time. Yeah, I could see that. I mean, it helps sometimes for sure. Sometimes it sends me in, you know, the wrong direction and down rabbit holes, and I don't know. Like, man, I should have just checked documentation. It would have been so much easier. Yeah, it certainly can. It has that potential, that's for sure. Okay, let's put these debugs in here. And I want to see if it triggers. Yeah, player is setting the charge jump to is charging. And over here, it's the same. Just setting the charge jump. Okay, yeah, got it. It's just different. Yeah, yep, that can happen for sure. It's like, no, really, you really need to use Python. All right, I'm gonna run this, see if I get anything. Don't save. Yeah, that sounds about right. It's like, no, you're doing it wrong. Okay, what I'm hoping to see is when the AI characters go to the ramps, that it'll say they're charging their jump. But we'll see. I'm not super confident. Okay, where'd he go? The good news is it does say over here 2 AI players started to charge their jump, but he clearly didn't like release it, so it says it's still charging. Okay, once they landed, and it said, okay, he's not charging anymore. Okay, well, that's some progress at least. The thing is, I need to do something now. Now that he's gonna charge, I need to trigger the jump. Yeah. So I worked in corporations like major corporations for 25 years, and now this is like hobby slash work, etc. Yeah, exactly. Progress made. Thumbs up. But you mentioned that the code is somewhat simple, man. I find that you can write hundreds and hundreds of lines of code and then distill that down in like 2 lines, and usually that's the way it works. It's like, man, my code is janky and it's not working, and then you get it like down to 1 line of code and it works perfect, exactly the way you wanted it. It's like, oh man, I had to jump through all those hoops to get to that level. So yeah, I wish I could just write it right the first time. That'd be better. Okay. So let's see. I have an idea. Like, there's these waypoints that the AI characters follow. I'm wondering if I could do like a distance, like if you're, I don't know, 2 meters away, then actually jump. Or maybe something I do. Like, hey, can you show me what's wrong with this? Nothing, man. It's working great. I wonder how far away this is. Get this off here. I don't want him to jump somewhere about right there. Yeah. Hey, it works great on my machine. I don't know what the problem is. Okay. 345. Where's this one? Two 669. I think it's like 5 meters, maybe. Okay, let's go back. Yeah, absolutely, man. Take it easy. Have a good one. All right. I understand that. Absolutely. Yeah, it's like 3 p.m. here for me. So I got a ways to go. Although with that said, I might take a little break and get a drink. So you guys take it easy. Oh, by the way, I do want to say thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Have a good one. Have a good night.
You held your hand in mine all the way. Ask if I'm enjoying the night. It's okay. No, I can't say I don't like it. Can't say I don't mind. But somehow I always end up here. I'm stuck, I'm 6 feet under. Everybody wants the same, but it's only a dream. Yeah, everybody wants the same, but it's nothing for me. Everybody wants the same, but it's only a dream. Yeah, everybody wants the same, but it's nothing, nothing for me. The night just goes on and on. You're in the mood. I stare at my feet and smile, acting confused. No, I can't say I don't like it. Can't say I don't mind. But somehow I always end up here. I'm stuck, I'm 6 feet under. Everybody wants the same, but it's only a dream. Yeah, everybody wants the same, but it's nothing, nothing for me. The way you look at me, how you touch my head.
Excuse me. But I'm not sure what the best way to do that is, because I mean, I guess I could say, hold on, I guess I could say we're speeding, we know we're on a jump, and then if we're speeding we know we're on a jump, and then also if we're 5 meters away, then trigger it away from the current waypoint. Let me see if I've got access to next waypoint. Could be progress. Yeah, there we go. Progress checker. Okay, what does WP Guide have access to? Ah, okay, okay. Well, that makes things harder. We're just following the guide, and the guide has the waypoints. So I kind of need to get the waypoint from the guide. Where's that code? Let's see what I have public. So is that public? Current waypoint. I'm pretty sure that's private. So that's progress tracker. Yeah, I think progress tracker is a good one. We have access here. All my variables are private. Makes it hard. See, I thought that there was something that would tell me the nearest waypoint. In fact, I know there is. There's gotta be. Let's see. Let's check out what happens when you land in water. You land in water. You land in water, then you're gonna get water reset. And that's what I want to see. What does that do? Reset player position. Okay, let's go to that one. Bam. This is a rabbit hole. Okay, we got go to current waypoint. If go to. Sorry, my brain, it just skipped over. This is like, whatever. So it's position tracker, not progress tracker. So this is the current one. That's the one we're headed towards. Else go to the previous one. Okay. Either way, it's position tracker. Okay. Let's go to the definition of that. This? Yeah, there we go. Position tracker. Okay. I think we are getting somewhere now. Close that. Close that. Okay, that's the progress tracker. That's just showing which direction it is. Okay, that makes sense. Follow that. And we're gonna go down here. AI access X. Should this be here? No, it still works. Let me just peek the definition. Sorry, I know I've got a lot of things I'm checking and dealing with. I just had some code that was essentially conflicting with some other code, so cleaning that up. Now we're getting down to what we're actually doing, which right now is handle jumps. Let's go there. Go to definition. If is jump. And see, right now nothing is setting that. So we're gonna have to trigger that. Okay, I'm gonna ignore all that code for now. Real quick, I'm just basically gonna do some very naive code that says, based on the AI's position, I'll just say float distance to ramp in. We're gonna say it's position tracker dot waypoint. Come on, don't do me like that. Yes. Yes, it is. It has a position tracker, right? Yes, it does. And then we want current waypoint. Okay. Minus player's current position. Okay. And then I want to, so that's all that. I want to say, so that's going to give me direction. And then we're going to do magnitude. It's going to give me the distance. And I could do, is it square magnitude? I think square magnitude may be faster. Yeah. So I'm saying 5, it's gonna be, should be like 25. Let's make a quick note here. We want the jump and the square magnitude is equal to 25. I'm gonna say less than or equal to. Okay, so that should give us that value. I only want to calculate this if we're on a speed pad, which is a ramp basically. So if we're speeding, we're going to calculate that distance. And then if that distance is less than or equal to 25f, and I can always change that 25f to a variable later. Then we're going to set is jump equal to and this says if time minus the last jump is greater than player to fake instance jump interval, just saying can I jump right now? Then we're gonna actually jump. Okay. So the thing is when do I want to turn this to false? That's what I really want to know. Honestly, I think go to take off. I almost want to do like a coroutine to say like, hey, wait half a second. Or maybe I could even say this jump interval. And I think that's what I'm going to do actually. Protected, let's say void. I don't want to say disable jump, I want to say unjump. Let's say finish jump. Yeah, finish jump. I had to change this up a little bit, but let me put a quick comment here. Set the is jump fall after jump interval as so this actually needs to be I'll just turn this private by enumerator. We're going to use this as a coroutine, and then we'll say yield return, not all, new wait for seconds, and we're going to wait this time. And then we'll say is jump is equal to false. Okay, then we'll turn this over here and say start coroutine. Finish jump. It doesn't exist. Start code routine. Did I misspell it? Start coroutine. That doesn't look misspelled to me. It's the same, right? Input handler It's just a class. It's not a mono behavior. Well, crap. That does throw a wrench into it. Go to takeoff. Alright, I'm not going to kill this code just yet, but I don't think we're going to be able to use that. Let's see what on update is doing. Okay, we're on the ground, we can jump. Handle jumps, no charges jump. We're locked, we can jump. Go to take off. Here, I think this is where I could put it. You just put is, you know, jump. Actually, I'll leave that just in case. If we're in the air, then we can say, hey, we're clearly not jumping because we're in the air. Okay, I think that might get us somewhere. Let's see. Handle jumps. We're gonna say we're on a speed pad and the distance to the waypoint is 5 meters. Then jump. Okay, I'm just gonna put a debug in here. Assuming air control last jump. Okay, that'll be good. Jump control. Okay, I think that's good. The thing I'm a little hesitant about is this right here. This last jump time. Like, who's setting that? Let's see. Okay, this is actually good that it's like inherent. It's not being set by anything in particular. It's just basically saying if you went to take off, then that's your last jump time. Okay, that should be good. Let's save this and this. Okay, yeah, I don't need this anymore. Okay, let's check it out. Alright, while that's compiling, I'm going to click over here, see what all's changed. Okay, cool. I'm happy with that because only one file has changed, and I'm just checking the difference of some other stuff, and it says files are identical. So, all right, let's run a test. So I don't need. Sure, I use the controller. Oops. Okay, you guys can see the console. Okay, cool. Yeah, I want to stay a little bit behind. I want to see what happens when they jump, or if they jump. We're gonna watch it like this. Yeah. So the idea is once they hit those green pads, it should set them as like a charge jump. AI player is setting the charge jump. That's good. I want to see. Can't see his foot. So there should be a band right here that's charging, but I don't see that. Are they crouching? Maybe. Sort of crouching. I guess they're crouching more so than these, right? Yeah, I would say so. Her knees are bent pretty good. And let's see when she jumps. AI player setting the charge jump to true. That's this one. Oh yeah, you can definitely tell. She's definitely crouched. Okay. That's looking good. Yep, you can see her arm came out. That's looking good as well. Okay. But nobody's jumped yet, so that's not good. Like right here, she should definitely be jumping. You know what I should have done? I should have output the distance, just so I know what it's coming back as. Yeah, see, it's like, yeah, I never jumped. Maybe right there jumped. I don't know if it jumped or it just changed state. I think that's exactly what it did. Well, now he is too. Okay. Well, it's halfway working. Let's go and change this. Okay, so I want to output this distance. The distance is less than 20, else if the distance is less than 50. I just don't want it to spam the debug log, but I do want it to tell me. I think I went the wrong direction with this, right? Yeah, this should be like 30. We'll do 35. Yeah. So the idea is like, if we're within 50 meters, in this case, 5 times, no. Let me do some quick math. Where's my calculator? 50, the square root. It's like 7. So we're within 7. If I did 10, square root of 10. I'm sorry. 10 times 10 is 100. I was about to say 1,000. There, so if we're within 10 meters, this will start giving us this value, and over here we're gonna say we're within 7. Do that. Okay. Right? 50 square root of 2 or square root 7. Yeah. Okay. Let's see what values we get with that. Okay, first one is charge jumping. He's still not in range. What the heck? It makes me think that like this isn't the current waypoint. I wonder if it's the previous. Okay, AI player is jumping. That's clearly gonna be this one, right? I think I may have to. One, I want to output this value to make sure we're looking at the right, you know, the right waypoint. And then it looks like we need to be a little bit greater than that. That was 10 times 10. 12. 12 times 12. 144, I think. Yep. Yay, I can math. In that case, I'm going to say 144 here. And I'm just going to put this to 300. Yeah, that's too large. I don't want. So 14 or 12, that sounds good. And then AI player is jumping at a distance of this. Yeah, how you doing, Tofu? Yes, I am coding. I'm trying to... How do I know? How do I know if I'm coding? I don't follow. You got me. I believe I'm coding. I'm writing code into the code editor. That's the idea. Now, whether it's good, that may be a different question. Yeah, but I am coding, and what I'm trying to do is get the AI. Well, I disabled it, but I'll show you. I'm trying to get the AI to jump at the right time. That's the idea. That's some rando stuff, man. All right, I might have to put you in timeout, Tofu. him out. I don't know what you're talking about, Hispanic pride. I don't know, just rambling, I guess. Oh, you got a problem with that? Jesus ahead of my neighbor, my cousin, my gardener? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Jesus is Lord, so yeah, absolutely. Ah, well, however you pronounce it, that's cool. I'm not worried about that. I think it's actually pronounced. How is it pronounced? I don't know, you got me thinking now. I'm gonna go with Jesus though. Yeah, maybe. Oh. I see. Well, we may be referencing two different Jesuses then. But yeah, Jesus from Mexico, I would say he's probably Jesus. I would agree. All right, where was I? Well, actually, before I run this test, let me go back and set this up. I did want to set this variable here. yeah. May not be as funny when I'm like, could you explain that? Could you tell me all about how this works? Yeah, my bad. I definitely missed it. What is it? This is what I want. Yeah. Sorry, I had to think about that for a second. With a distance. What denomination? Actually, non-denominational. Yeah, so church that I go to is non-denominational, and I just read the Bible. Yep. How about you? Do you go? Oh, I was just asking, do you go? Do you go to a different church? And if so, what denomination? I gotcha. Are they all the same denomination? Oh yeah? How so? Can you explain that? It kind of like fits the mark, I think. I think that's I think that's the crux of it. If you believe Jesus died for your sins and is the Redeemer. I gotcha. Yeah, I don't know enough about it to say one way or the other, but I would say the real thing is, do you believe he died for your sins? If so, then absolutely. Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, I say keep it to the basics when it comes to like if you're truly Christian or not. Keep it to the basics, not like a works thing. I gotcha. Is it like is it a jetty thing? I gotcha. I gotcha. Yeah, I see what you're saying. No, I definitely say that I am. Not to say that Christians are perfect by any means. Um, they're all in need of a savior, right? Ah, interesting. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, I can't argue that because I don't know anything about that. I Yeah, I don't know. I was about to go off topic, but I have seen some crazy stuff. I'll leave it at that. But yeah, I don't know much about Buddhist. Okay, this is what I wanted to see. Like, are they going to jump? I think it's still a little late. Yeah, yeah. I don't know much about it other than I think it's more like you're trying to ascend. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I can get that. Like anybody can do it. Yeah, yeah. Okay, what do we have here? AI player is jumping. 46, 51. Yeah, I gotcha. I gotcha. Yeah, I have heard that before. That's another one I don't know much about either. Other than it's like a club, as far as I know. Yep. I think they may have jumped a little early. I want to adjust that just a bit. Yeah, that's a good question. So I'm not retired. Essentially, I worked for a major corporation, Fortune 50 company for 25 years, and at the end of last year, they said, they wanted to do some layoff, and developing games was always a dream of mine. So I was like, hey, pick me. And so I got a little bit of severance, which gave me some runway to start building this and pursuing this. And I think that answers it, right? Yeah, I'm not truly retired. It's more like I still have to put food on the table and work, but I'm not working in corporate anymore. Yeah, and programming is something that I've always wanted to do. I do have a master's in software engineering. Yeah, exactly, exactly. I haven't done any real consulting yet. I may start looking here in a minute because you know money does get tight after a while. So, but right now, game dev has been my focus, and I've been working on this game for about 2 years now. Okay, I wanted to decrease this, maybe increase this. How about you? What are you up to? Ah, appreciate it. I gotcha. Checking out what's going on. Understood. Yeah, that's me in the morning for sure. Oh, that's cool. What was the name of the game jam? Do you have a focus? Okay, this game jam. Are you an artist? Are you a programmer? Okay, gotcha. Ah, okay. No theme? Wow, that's nice. What was the size of your team? Was it solo or did you have a team that worked with you? Yeah, gotcha. Understood that. Okay, very cool. Oh, I need to put is not jumping. That'd make more sense. Yeah, yeah, I could see that. I certainly wouldn't want to work without an engine. Okay, that's way too early. I'm thinking it still needs to be about 50. So how'd you guys do? Did you end up deploying a game? Very cool. Yeah, there's a lot of times people don't finish. I've only done a game jam once, and yeah, sadly I didn't finish. Okay. Did you guys use? I guess with Lisp, I don't know much about Lisp, but yeah, very cool. Did you guys get to use AI at all, like AI assets or anything like that? Gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, I could see using AI for some stuff, but I don't know. It's hard, right? Like I'm not an artist, so I lean towards yes. I want to use AI. I'm not using AI here, but um, a lot of this isn't my art either, so it's tough, right? Okay, he's charging. Let's see if he's gonna jump. Nope. So what I'm trying to do is when these AI characters when they get on the ramp, they should charge jump. So they'll crouch down, which you can see this guy right here is crouched down pretty low. And I'm trying to get them to jump when they get in close proximity to this red sphere. And I don't think that's quite right just yet, because it should be giving me some console log saying he's jumping, but they're not truly jumping yet. That guy looked like he jumped. We can kind of watch this last one. So you can kind of see her. She's kind of crouching down now. But yeah, the jump is not getting triggered. And the piece of code that I'm looking at is right here, like the distance from that sphere to the character. Let me try this. AI player is jumping. AI player is, put a knot here so I recognize it easily. Not jumping. Not jumping. And I use the term AI here very loosely. I mean, they're just bots. The code is just simple if statements and stuff. It's not connected to an LLM or anything like that. Mm-hmm. Exactly. I don't want to zoom in too much. All right, let's see. Okay, charging. Okay, right there, 341. They're at 341. 065, there's 341. 150, okay. Okay, that's not the same waypoint, I don't think. 065, 341. I mean, it's close. I would say maybe 80%. Most of the game functionality and the levels are built out and fleshed out. The biggest thing is with multiplayer. So I need to create a dedicated server and then get that tied into Steamworks. Those are the two giant roadblocks. I mean, this stuff is nice to have that I'm working on here, but it's not it's not a deal breaker. That's what I'll say. So I'd say about 80% with those two hurdles being the biggest ones. And this is more like cleanup and polish is what I'm putting into it right now. But it's still a slow process. Yeah, I appreciate it. The multiplayer does work. It's just local, local. Well, I say local. I mean, you can type in IP address and all that good stuff. So peer-to-peer is working. That's the word I was looking for. Peer-to-peer is working. Just cloud-based dedication is not working. And it will. I just need to get in here and change that. But I don't know. Digging into tons and tons of documentations, it's not exactly stream friendly. So I'll do that off the stream. I think that's a little bit better. Okay, where's this negative 0.65? Is that this one? Okay, it is that one. Huh. Maybe distance isn't the way to go, because this distance is clearly going to be different from this distance. But like the Z wouldn't be good either. I have to think about that. Yeah, see, she didn't jump. It's not jumping, not jumping. Oh, he didn't jump either. Okay. Maybe. I mean, maybe that's the key, right? Maybe just put something on the ramp, right? Yeah, that may be the way to go. Let me see. Let's take a look at my ramps. Where is it? Could be under here. Yeah, so like put maybe something right up here, right? Yeah, I don't want it to be that big. Raise that up. Be something like that. Yeah, this is probably a much better call. So thank you for that. I think I was just trying to use what I had, but this is a much smarter, easier way to go about it. Okay. I still want this to be a little smaller. Not that way though. Yeah. Something like right there. Change this up. Too much. Why is that not changing? Something like that, right? I think that'll work. Just gonna change these up a little bit. Make it a little bit more rounder numbers. Make it a trigger. Okay, what do I want to do with this? Guess I could tag these like ramp. I think that's probably the best thing to do. And that way I can check, did I collide with the trigger? And then if so, was it a ramp? If so, jump. All right, I can do that. Just need to set that for all of these. There we go. Something like that. Yeah, I think this is cleaner. I appreciate it. That was a good call. Okay, let me set this to ramp. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, it definitely was helpful. So I think you're absolutely right that that is cleaner. I was trying to essentially ram a solution in somehow. Like, it's got to be a way to do this, but yeah, this is definitely cleaner. Okay, I think all that is good. What's this? Missing reference. Okay, yeah. I think that was just some stuff I was moving around. Shouldn't be a problem. Okay. So how do I want to capture that? Actually, I think there is a collision on an object called a damper. Where is that? Where is it? Oh, player damper. Okay. Just trying to figure out what's the best way to capture that on trigger. Okay, let's go in here and find my bot. Where's that at? It's gonna be in the resources. There we go. I mean, I've got this here. That should definitely hit if it's a trigger. All right, let me just see. I'm just gonna put in a debug. This is a mono behavior that'll work. Say trigger. Okay, so debug.log if AI, then I should jump. All right, let's test that. I gotta remember not to drink Topo Chico. Man, my stomach's like grumbling. Okay, AI player setting time to crunch. I don't know if I read that right. Okay. See if he's gonna hit the trigger. Ooh. If AI, then I should jump. Oh, that would be perfect time too. Okay. Okay. So how do I communicate that to my AI? All right, let's see. So this is just a class. I'm thinking what I could do. Send something up to the player controller, like a message, and then that communicates like, hey, I'm triggering a jump, and then this handles the jump. Does that make sense? It's kind of a hard way to do that. I would say I've snowboarded. That would be the extent of it. I certainly wouldn't consider myself a proficient snowboarder. I mean, I can go down the mountain, but I'm not proficient at all. How about you? Um, it, I would say a little bit of it is just going down the mountain on a snowboard. So that's definitely part of the inspiration. But also, I kind of grew up in the era of SSX Tricky, and all those games, and I thought those were really cool. And then as I was becoming a game developer, yeah, I agree. SSX Tricky is really good. Of course, that is also a AAA game, which looking back, maybe this isn't what I should have pursued, but um, you know, I just kind of figured what was something that was kind of niche that people weren't doing. But since then, I have noticed a lot of other. I guess I shouldn't say a lot, but there are like three or four other teams out there building snowboarding games. Yeah, 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 for sure. Yeah, I would say the barrier to enter is much lower now, for sure. Yeah, it's just amazing. You know, those SSX games, they're all made by teams of thousands of people. And it's like, whoa, maybe I shouldn't pursue that. That's a bit much, but I'm trying to get it there for sure. All right. I think with the trigger, I think I do have a path forward with this. I got to figure out how to communicate it to this class from from this damper. That's my next step. And I could just do a message. I think the damper, or maybe it's not the damper. I know I do that in other places. Hmm. Yeah, I think I gotta think about that one. Hmm. Yeah, but I certainly the issue is just So I've got this collision detection over on my damper, which is actually on my prefab for my character. And so that'll actually collect the trigger from the ramp. But then this AI input handler, it's a class that's being called within the player controller. So it's not a mono behavior or anything like that. It's like it's just a class that gets called. And so I somehow got to get that message over to this input handler so I can tell it, hey, perform the jump. So I've got the collision. I just need the message over here. And maybe I'm not thinking of it clearly, and maybe there's an easier way. I mean, a very, very straightforward path is I could just simply tell the damper, send that value over to the player controller, and then the player controller could set a variable that the AI input handler could then read and say, okay, trigger a jump. But I don't know. I don't know if that's the most efficient way to do it. Not signals, messages. There's messages. Let's see if I can pull up an example of that. What was that? I think it's right here. Yeah, so we got this, like send message. I gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense, right? It's like an event. And I guess I could do an event as well. And I think that's where I'm getting stuck basically is like, well, should I do it this way? Should I do it that way? And yeah, I hear you. That's kind of where I'm like, what's the best method to go by? Should I send a message or should I make it an event? And I'm not 100% sure. I do think the yeah, hey, I appreciate it. I appreciate the insight. Like I said, that trigger, although I don't have the full solution, I believe that is the more efficient and better way to go about it. So I do appreciate it. Absolutely. With that said, though, I'm gonna call it a night. I appreciate you hopping in and watching, and I hope you come check it out next time as well. All right, have a good one. Take it easy.